So this morning we're going to start in a seated position. So bringing the right shin in front of the left, elevating yourself so that the hips are higher than the knees, something that's comfortable. Bring the hands to rest lightly on the thighs. Sit up nice and tall. Draw the shoulder tips up to the ears. Squeeze them as you drop them down the back body. Maybe close down the eyes and feel into a nice tall spine. Take a nice full inhale in. And then as slow as you can, exhale the breath from the nose. And as you exhale nice and slow, maybe you feel like that hourglass, the sand just slowly draining from the top to the bottom. So the weight of the physical body, the mental, the spiritual body, just feel it with the breath. The weight just drift down to the seat, drift down to the mat. And I always like to say, just let Mother Earth hold you here for the next 20 minutes. Take one more full deep breath in. This time, sigh it out the mouth. No one is around you. Make as much noise as you can. Blinking the eyes open now. Keep the length in the spine. Let's take the arms out to the side, up, overhead, hands to prayer. Prayer draws to the heart. Twice more with breath here. Inhale, nice and slow. Big breath in. Length through the side body. Hands to the heart. Last time, lift it up. And as you stretch those arms up, take that right hand behind you, left hand to the outside of the right thigh. Press into those back fingertips to lift nice and tall and rotate the torso to the side. So torso to the right, then the head to the right side wall, and use your eyes here. So there's no torquing in the neck. Use your eyes to gaze behind you. Press into the back of those fingertips. Again, belly is swooped in and up. Lengthen the spine. Big breath in. And as you exhale again, envision the weight just draining through the body to your mat. Keep the left hand where it is. Reach the right arm up towards the ceiling. Reach those fingertips and take a nice lateral bend over to the left. So stretching through the side body, opening up through the ribs, the intercostal muscles, allowing more air to fill the lung to fill the rib space. Take a nice full deep breath in here. Big breath in. And then we'll bring both arms back up, stretch right back up, interlace the hands right behind the curvature of the skull, open up the elbows and let the head just sink back into the hammock of the palms, open up the chest, open up the throat. And then as you exhale, bring those elbows together, begin to round through the spine, tuck in the chin. And when you're ready for the in-breath, reopen those elbows nice and wide, lift up the chest. Release, let those arms go back up. Let the arms come down to the mat. Walk them forward. So just enough that maybe the forearms come down to the mat. If you're here with the forearms, maybe you bring your hands to prayer. Maybe you bring the thumbs up to the third eye, walk those elbows forward, find the length in your spine, and just let the head rest on the thumbs. Any version of a seated forward fold here that you can feel the entire length of the spine. Big breath in. And as you exhale, release the hands back to the mat. Walk yourself back up to a nice seated position. Hands come behind you, fingertips facing away. Press into those fingertips, lift the chest, open up the top of the shoulders. Let the head rest back in the upper trapezius. And then bring yourself back to a nice tall seat. Change the crossing of your legs, left shin in front. Good, sitting up again, nice and tall, shoulders back, inhale, reach those arms up. Find the length in the side body, then take that twist to the left. So fingertips behind, press into those fingertips, lift the spine first, then take the twist to the left. Again, without cranking through your neck, use those eye muscles here to just gaze behind. Full deep breath in, belly is in. Release the breath slowly. On the inhale, left arm extends up to the ceiling and right on over to the right. So here, press through the fingers, press down through the hip, open up the side left body. Space through the ribs, big breath. Exhale slow. Release, left arm extends up, right arm joins it, interlace here, other thumb on top. Bring the clasp behind the head. Again, open up the elbows, open up the chest. And as you're ready for the exhale, begin to tuck and curl. So the elbows come forward together, the chin drops down, there's length in the back of the neck, and you see curve through the spine, almost sitting back onto that tailbone. Big inhale, opens us back up. Come back to neutral, arms re-extend up and then place them in front of you, seated forward fold here on the left side, walk it out. Maybe the forearms come down, maybe the hands form prayer on the edge of your mat, or maybe you walk the elbows forward, bring the prayer up to rest the hands into the thumb. Again, sinking the hips back, the focus here is on the length of your spine and your neck is right in line with the spine. Deep breath in. And a slow breath out. Release the prayer, walk the hands back towards your body. Again, one last time, bring the fingertips behind you, pointing away. Press into those fingertips, arch through the spine, shoulder tips draw back as the chest lifts, gaze lifts, head is supported there. And then slowly bring the head in, bring yourself back to a seat. And from here, we'll roll over onto all fours, taking your time, propping any blanket or whatever that you need underneath your knees. Good. A couple cat-cows here. Again, you've all practiced with me. And Sherry, thank you very much for asking Joanne to join us. I sent her the link, so it's always nice to invite a friend to practice with us in the morning. So as you come into your table, dropping your belly and lifting your heart and your tailbone, feel all the space in the front body. And then pressing into the palms as you tuck the tailbone and tuck the chin. As you round, send the shoulder blades up, puff them up towards the ceiling. Again, take the big inhales, dropping the belly, lifting the heart. Nice. And round all the air out, press it out. And then come back to the neutral spine, neutral being belly in, spine nice and flat. Keep the hips right over the knees. We're going to walk it forward, heart melting pose, Anahatasana. You can do this one arm at a time, but if you can do both, slide those fingertips as far forward so that the chest, the heart, the soft tissue of the underarm come down towards the mat. Once you arrive here, maybe the head finds the mat. Stretch the fingers long. Good. Belly is in, no sag in the spine. And as you exhale, here's the importance of the exhale. Nice and slow. Let the nervous system go and relax into this big pose through the shoulders. Big breath in. Slow breath out. From here, we're going to drop the forearms to the number 11 on your mat. Spread the fingers wide. Press into those forearms as you begin to bring the hips forward. Tuck the toes under. We're going to move right into a forearm plank. So setting up your plank, shoulders right over the elbows, fingers pressed wide. Send the heels back. Draw the belly in. See if you can press the chest forward. Your gaze is right between the forearms. Drawing a nice full deep breath here. We're here for 3 breaths, so keep them as fluid as you can, knowing also you can always drop the knees. Take a full breath in and a slow breath out. One more inhale, followed by an exhale. Last one, big inhale in. Slow breath out, press into those forearms. Then drop the knees, untuck the toes. The hips sink down to the mat as we move into the Sphinx pose. So the belly comes down. Press the palms into your mat and energetically drag them towards you like you could pull your mat towards you. And as you do so, see how that lifts the chest, and maybe you feel the stretch from the belly button to the sternum. Enjoy a full breath here. So again, no pinching in the low back. We're moving forward, not straight up. Take that right forearm across the mat. Bend that left knee. Circle the left hand back to grab for either the ankle or the top of the toes. Press the heel into the glute. Nice little stretch through the quad. See if you can bring the shoulder tips back parallel to the top of the mat. Press into that front forearm. Nice big breath. Release nice and slow. Let that leg fall back. This time, left forearm across, that left elbow underneath the shoulder. Bend into the right leg. Reach back for that ankle or the top of the foot. Pressing in the heel towards the glute. That elbow goes back behind you like tucking in a wing. Breathe into any sensation here into the right quad. One more breath in. Gently release the foot. Bring the hands back, right underneath the shoulders. Press your way back into a table. Flow a cat and a cow just to release the spine there. That Sphinx pose is a back bend, a passive back bend, but see how the spine feels as you round and tuck and then lightly arch. And then we'll sink the hips back just for a breath in child's pose. So reach those fingertips as far forward on your mat as you can, onto tented fingers. Forearms are off the mat. The head can rest the forehead on the mat. Here, bring your focus now to tailbone, each vertebrae, the back of the neck, the length of the arms. Take a full breath. And then tuck the toes under, plant the hands, lift up, downward facing dog. If you're using a blanket, just fold it off to the side. Take a moment, pedal out your dog, press your palms down and away, no weight in the wrists. And then coming up high on the balls of the feet, look at those thumbs and step up to the top of the mat. Baby, baby steps coming up to find your forward fold, cupping the elbows, letting the weight of the arms bring some traction into the spine. Perhaps here you sway. Perhaps you interlace around the roundness of the skull, getting some more length into the back of the neck. So just find some place here that feels good. And then bring the feet together, the toe mounds, maybe a little bit of space between the heels. Bend the knees deeply as you sink the hips back like you're sitting into a chair. Your belly is resting on your thighs. Take the arms, bring them straight out in front of you. Take a nice full deep breath. And on your inhale, come up, chair pose. So again, you should see your feet down there. Pick up your toes, place them back down. Draw the belly in, sink a little bit deeper, big breath. Let it go. Then inhale, stand up nice and tall. Maybe arch through the spine. And then come back, find chair pose. Swing the arms behind you as you fold forward, interlace behind the back. Straighten the arms as you squeeze the shoulder blades. Let those arms flow up towards the ceiling, maybe even over the head. Big stretch into the front of the shoulders, the pecs, the biceps. Big opening through the chest. Release the hands, let those arms dangle. Plant the hands down. From here, take a big step back with that right foot, setting up for high crescent. So give yourself space before you come up between the feet, then press into the feet. Front knee is bent, arms lift. Extend through the whole side body. Take the full breath in here. Draw another. Now this is what I showed at the beginning before we started practice. So find a spot that's not moving on the floor or straight ahead of you. We're going to shift the weight into that front foot. Pick up the back knee, bring it up. Take it across the left knee. Find your eagle legs. So either rest the ball of the foot on the floor, on a block, or take the tuck around the ankle, sink the hips down. Here, right arm underneath the left, eagle arms. Elbows come up even with the shoulders. Send the hands away from the face. Sink down a little bit lower. Eagle pose. Notice your breath. Pick up that front knee. Send it back behind you. Tilt the torso forward any amount. Warrior three. Let the wobbles happen. That helps your stabilizer muscles. Press the heel away, offers a little more stability. Beautiful, bring it up. Knee comes back up. And unravel, shake it out. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, take a bow over the legs. Find the half lift and fold. Plant the hands, high crescent on the other side. Step the left foot back, lots of room between the feet. Stabilize your foundation first, then press into the feet and lift the arms. 3 breaths here. Sink down, maybe you even feel the stretch through the hip flexor. Big inhale and exhale. Last time, find your breath. Find your drishti, find that spot that's not moving. And when you're ready, bring the weight into the front foot. Pick up the left knee, bring it forward. Then cross it over the right. Ball of the foot can come to the mat, to a block, or behind you. Once you secure the leg, sink the hips down. Eagle legs. This time, arms go out to the side, left under right. Find your eagle arms. Lift the elbows, send the hands away. Big breath in to that space you've created behind the shoulder blades. Big breath. And then as you're ready, we're going to take that left knee back up. Find your drishti. Take the knee behind you. Any version of warrior three. Even resting the ball of the foot on the floor without lifting the leg. Notice your breath. One more inhale. And on your exhale, knee comes forward. Drop it and unravel. Good job. Circle the shoulders. Shake out the legs. Inhale, reach. Exhale, forward fold, straight spine, heavy head. Inhale, draws the belly in, straight spine, shoulders back. Exhale, fold. Plant the hands down, step it back, high plank first. Set up your plank, press into your palms. Draw the breath in, draw the belly in. Two more breaths. Slowly drop the knees down. Shift the hips back to the heels. Untuck the toes. Stretch long first, one more time through the back body. And when you're ready to exhale the breath, slide the hands down all the way to the feet. Flip the palms open so they're facing the ceiling. Forehead to the mat or block. Take a breath in here, knees together like a shape of an egg. Here's the body. You have to back body breathe. You have to feel the back of the lungs. You have to feel the back of the ribs to expand through the lungs. And then as you exhale, shoulders melt and round in. The whole torso rests right on the thighs. You can feel the breath. You can feel the ribs move as they're pressed against the thighs. Begin to even out the breath. We'll close our practice here. If you have the gift of time, just hit your device. Stay here as long as you can. Again, moving into a beautiful Mother's Day weekend. So whether you're a mother to babies or fur babies, a day to honor the mother, and in particular, Mother Earth, who loves and nurtures us each and every day. Enjoy your weekend. I'll look for you on Monday. Namaste. Feel free to unmute. We'll send the video out later. And remember, with the video, you can always pause and stay in a pose and then just hit replay again. I mean, if you want a little bit of a longer practice.